This video, I want to focus our attention on the brand new hypnotherapists, coaches, and NLPers out there that are about to start your business. And I thought in this video, I want to destroy a lot of the myths that people have about starting a business and also a lot of the myths that I see in Facebook groups from brand new therapists. Now, when it comes down to it, obviously you've started a business, you want to make money, you want to get clients and probably do this full time, quit the other full-time jobs and the part-time jobs to do something you'd love. So you really need to understand these myths, and I'm going to help you get a better understanding of what it's really like to run a hypnosis business. So let's break this down. So the myths about your hypnosis business, a lot of mentors are going to tell you these 11 points, and I want you to ignore every single one of them because it'll stop you from ever taking action. Number one, you hear a lot of mentors say clients will come kicking down your door as soon as you're certified. But the crazy thing is, guys, the courses you go to, the mentors you learn from, they weren't waiting for you to kick down their door. They marketed directly to you. They sold something to you. And it's quite ironic for that same mentor to turn around and say, you don't have to do any marketing. Clients will come kicking down your door because of who you were trained by, your story, your experience, where you're from, what you've been through. This is an absolute lie. You have to become a full-time marketer. If you want people to know about your business, they need to know who you are and where you are. There's no way around that, guys. Number two, like I mentioned, who you were trained by, your story, your experience, absolute garbage. Okay. Think about anyone that you've bought something from, apart from like the hypnosis thing or the NLP course, something like that, where they use their story as a way to sell you their product. You don't care about those things at the end of the day. When you really think about it, what you're concerned about or your real focus is, will this course work for me? The thing I'm about to buy, is it worth it? So if you become like every other hypnotherapist, coach, and NLP on social media who uses social media just to brag and talk about themselves, sure, go ahead. Talk about your story and your experience nonstop, but don't come crying to me when you've got no clients and not making money. Forget about your story, guy. Who you were trained by, only you care about that person. Nobody else does. Joe Blogs on the street wants to quit smoking, doesn't care who you were trained by, doesn't know the difference between that mentor or that mentor. If they did, they probably want to become a coach or a hypnotherapist themselves. So forget about your experience and who you were trained by, your story, guys. You do not need to worry about that. Number three, this is a big one. You can only build locally. So I have a lot of people say, well, Scott, if I raise my prices the way I know I should, the people in my area don't make money. They're broke. And that's why I simply say, don't build local, build global, guys. You've got social media at your fingertips pretty much for free. Clients all over the world. You can do hypnosis, as you know, over Zoom or Skype. Build globally, guys. Building locally doesn't work because you're limited by the amount of people in your local area. You're limited by who needs what. You're also limited by other hypnotherapists that might be a couple of streets away from you. Don't build locally, build globally, guys. Number four, you need to charge low prices, or you can only charge low prices right at the start. Simply do the maths, guys. If you're charging low prices and you want to make 10 grand a month, do the maths. You will run out of time and run out of clients before you hit that peak of the 10, 20, 30 grand per month. We've got students even doing 50 and 60 grand per month, charging more than $2,500 and only seeing their clients once. Sure, you need to learn how to do this, and our 100K coaching program shows you every step for these things I'm talking about now, guys. But charging low prices, simply do the maths. If you charge like everybody else, you become a redundancy, you become the same as everybody else, and now people look at you as essentially a war on price. If you charge $100 and you're a hypnotherapist, but Joe Blogs down the road charges $99 and he's also a hypnotherapist, the average client who doesn't know the difference between what or doesn't really care will always go for the cheapest, because that's how human beings are, guys. All right. Don't charge low prices. Do the maths, guys. The economics have to work. Number five, this is a big one, and I cringe when I hear this. Mentors will say you need to have multiple certifications. You need to have masters in this, advanced in this. No, you do not. The certs on your wall only appease for your ego. Now, legally, if you have to, sure, but don't fall into the trap of mentors saying you need to have this, this, and this certification in order to see paying clients. Absolute lie, guys. Don't worry about that. Number six, I've got to do stage shows and things like that in order to get attention and get clients. No, you do not. I've never done a stage show in my life, and I have multiple stage show hypnotherapists, I guess we could call them, in my programs who are making no money and been doing it for years because they believe that myth as well. Next, this is a big one, guys, free sessions. You do not need to give away free sessions unless, and I don't know why they do this, you need this for your certification, which is just rubbish anyway. Think about it like this. Did you get a free course to learn NLP, hypnosis, and coaching? No, you were charged straight away. Do the same things, guys. It's so ironic and cringeworthy when mentors say do one thing, but they're doing the total opposite. We always tell people this: watch what your favorite mentors do, not what they say, because the majority will say one thing and do the opposite. If they're successful, watch what they do, but also listen out for what they're telling you to do and work out, are they doing this as well or not? This is a big one, guys. Flyers and business cards. I don't even waste 1 cent on flyers and business cards. When's the last time you got a flyer or a business card in your letterbox? What did you do with it? If you got it, you put it straight in the bin. That old school way of marketing was good 20, 25 years ago, no longer needed. Did your mentors for your course give you a card and flyers? No. And I guarantee they probably never did it either, but they'll tell you this because this is generic marketing, which also shows they don't know what they're talking about. Number 9, it's all about freaking mindset and money blocks. No, it's not. If you say to yourself, my business is not successful because I've got money blocks, what have you done? You've done the same thing as every other client who said to you, I can't quit smoking because I have anxiety because. We know this as a conclusion. All this big personal development thing, mindset, money block, absolute garbage. These are going to be mentors just wanting to sell you a course. It is not the case. You can forget about all that stuff, guys. Number 10, you don't need a niche. Again, I'm not picking on mentors here, but it's just part of it because this is what they'll say. You don't need a niche, but they will have niched to sell you their course. If you go to an NLP training, that same NLP trainer is not a mechanic part-time, doesn't sell yoga equipment another time, doesn't sell CBD oil just on the weekend. They have a niche. So you have to niche. Hypnosis is not the niche. You need to find a niche where there's pain and real people, whether it's stop smoking, anxiety. You've got to do the research for this. I'm not going to tell you what's a popular niche or what's going to be successful, but you do need a niche. Please write in the comments below. Tell me about a business that did not start. That's the key word here. Start off very niched. Amazon did it. Facebook did it. Google did it. So why don't we? I don't know. Lastly, you do not need to be a full-time marketer. This is an absolute lie, guys. We talk about this in a 100K coaching program. Our students spend 80% of their time marketing and only 20% of their time with clients because that's what the economics demand from us. There is no business on the planet that does not do full-time marketing. Just because, let's say, Joe Bloggs became a mechanic, then waits inside of his apartment for people to come kicking down his door because he's quote-unquote a certified, I don't know if they get certified, a certified mechanic. How does he get clients to fix their cars? He markets. He maybe opens up a shop. He does something to get the attention of people who need his help. Hypnotherapists and NLPs and coaches are exactly the same thing. Do not think otherwise. And again, when mentors say you don't have to do full-time marketing, but they have full-time marketing teams, shows you they're doing something different than what they're telling you, guys. And these are just 11, guys. There are so many of these. Start to use your brain, guys. Use logic. Watch what your mentors do, not what you say. And I'll leave you with that thought at the end of this video. Hopefully that was helpful, guys. And also best of luck for all you new hypnotherapists starting your business. There are plenty of videos on our YouTube channel, got over 1,400. You can watch. We give a ton away for free. Best of luck getting your first client. Bye for now.